The first sign wasn't a word. It was footsteps. Slow, careful, always just a little too close. Daniel Carter felt them before he saw them. Every aisle he turned into, they followed. Shoe stopping when he stopped, moving when he moved. He picked up a jacket, checked the size, placed it back. The footsteps paused. Daniel exhaled through his nose. He didn't turn around. What he didn't know was how close this moment was to changing everything. "Can I help you with something?" the clerk finally asked. The voice was polite but tight, too loud for a quiet store. Daniel turned. The clerk, early 20s, store uniform crisp, name tag reading Evan, stood with crossed arms, eyes scanning Daniel's hands instead of his face. "I'm just browsing," Daniel said. Evan nodded once, not convinced. "Well, let me know," he replied, already stepping back, but not far enough. Each word made the room smaller.
Before we continue, if stories like this remind you that respect should never depend on how someone looks, tap like, share this video, and subscribe to Black Justice so more people can hear these powerful lessons and stay with us to the end of this narration. It helps the channel grow and keeps these stories alive. Your support helps us keep telling stories that matter. Now back to the story.
Daniel continued shopping. Shoes, shirts, a belt. The footsteps returned. At the register, Evan appeared again, this time closer. Too close. "You sure you're finding everything okay?" he asked. Daniel met his eyes. Calm, steady. "Yes," he said. "Are you?" There was a pause. A beat too long. "I'll need to check that bag," Evan said. Daniel looked down. His laptop bag. Slim. Professional. "For what reason?" he asked quietly. "It's store policy," Evan replied, though his eyes flicked to the security camera, then back to Daniel. Daniel didn't raise his voice. He raised the truth. "I haven't left the store," he said, "and I haven't concealed anything." Other customers slowed. A woman near the entrance stopped pretending to browse. Evan's jaw tightened. "If you don't mind." "I do mind," Daniel said, still calm, "but I'm happy to wait for a manager." Silence fell. Heavy, uncomfortable. The manager hadn't arrived yet when the front windows caught Daniel's eye. Light flooded in. A new billboard across the street had just switched. Daniel didn't notice it at first. Evan did. His eyes widened. His face drained of color. Because on the massive digital screen outside the store, towering, impossible to miss, was a photograph. Daniel Carter, in a tailored suit, smiling slightly. Beneath it, bold white letters. Daniel Carter, CEO, Carter Innovations, redefining the future of retail. Evan swallowed hard. He looked back at Daniel, then at the billboard, then back again. "What is that?" he whispered. Daniel followed his gaze. Recognition flickered, but he said nothing. The manager arrived seconds later, breathless. "What's going on?" she asked. Evan stepped back like he'd been burned. I thought." The manager turned toward the window, saw the billboard, froze. Her eyes returned to Daniel. Wide now. Careful. "Mr. Carter," she said quickly. "I'm so sorry for misunderstanding." Daniel nodded. "I was just shopping." The manager shot Evan a look that needed no words. "I assure you," she said, "this doesn't reflect our values." Daniel picked up his bag, adjusted the strap. "I hope not," he replied, "because this store is part of a chain my company partners with." Evan's shoulders sagged. "I didn't," he started. "I just—" Daniel held up a hand. Gentle, firm. "This isn't about who I am," he said. "It's about how you treated me before you knew." The manager nodded. "We'll address this immediately." Daniel walked toward the exit. The automatic doors opened softly, like nothing had happened at all. Outside, the billboard glowed. Inside, something had shifted, because respect shouldn't depend on recognition. Dignity shouldn't require proof. And justice doesn't always shout. Sometimes it simply stands still and waits. Respect costs nothing, but means everything.
If this story touched your heart and remind you that accountability matters even when no one's watching, take a moment to subscribe. Your support helps us share more Black justice stories that inspire change spark awareness, and remind the world what dignity truly looks like. Share and leave a comment. Your voice helps bring these stories to life and keeps the message alive. Your voice matters here,